Hello there YouTube, it is your boy B3 back with another kicking action figure review. Today we are reviewing the 2025 Schleich Megalodon, who I thought would be bluer, but he's grayer. Yes, this is a pretty long awaited figure. I might review it early. I'm actually recording this review to go up in like October. If I stick by my upload things in the order that I review them scheduled, goes up in October. But I feel like since this is a really new figure, it should probably just go ahead and go up now. So I might do that. You might see some figures that you're not supposed to see yet, but it's fine. You've already seen everything if you're on Patreon anyway, so. Yeah, the 2025 Megalodon, the last of their 2025 prehistoric releases, I believe. This one was kind of kept secret, even from me. I didn't see it till Toy Fair, and I get like the wholesale Schleich catalogs that reveal stuff way before anyone else knows. No, I can't tell you what's coming. I can't do that. That's unethical. But it's a really cool figure. It's a really big figure. I like all his little freckles, all his little Archie freckles on his nose. I love how they painted the gums, dude. They look wonderful. I love that the teeth aren't all symmetrical, and it's like, see, the shark dropped their teeth, so he has like a dropped tooth on the bottom jaw, and you can see where they've been growing in, kind of wonky on the top jaw. That's a really good attention to detail. A lot of detail on the roof of the mouth, great paint. And then there's this weird hole in there. And I'm like, why is that there, I wonder? I really don't know. Maybe they thought it looked weird to not have a hole into his gullet, but I almost think it looks weirder because it's not natural. I would have been fine with just filled in, to be honest. But he's got black eyes. Lifeless like a doll's eyes. Pretty cool. And of course it sticks to the trend of portraying Megalodon as just a really beat up great white. And effectively they probably were just big great whites. He has the counter shading like great whites, and oh, they colored in the scars on the belly and stuff. That's cool. I wish they maybe would have thrown a couple more on the belly, you know? Just, you know, for gigs. But yeah, you know, there's some pretty good clean paint on this guy. Some of the paint could be a little cleaner, but you know, the gills look good and there's a lot of good stuff going on. I like the wear on the fins. I think that's a really good touch. If we're only going to ever portray Megalodon as a beat up great white, then I think the wear on the fins is an incredibly nice touch. Serrated like the tooth of a shark, you could say. Mine, I actually got in the plastic baggie, still sealed, and it's still beat up and still has big paint scuffs. So be prepared to just have a scuffed Megalodon. I mean, this is the packaging, this Schleich tag. That's the whole packaging. If you order it online, it might come in a plastic baggie, but if you pick it up on a store shelf, which I prefer to do, my local store saves them for me in the plastic bag because they know what I want. Everything prehistoric that I don't have, basically. And any Eldredor that's getting discontinued usually. But yeah, I always do that. But the tag, I mean, first and foremost, these are kids figures meant to be slammed into other kids figures, but still it would be nice to be able to get one that isn't completely beat up somehow. Oh well. No articulation or accessories, by the way. Now it's time for everybody's favorite part of these reviews, the size comparisons. First up, we're going to compare him with other Schleich figures. So here he is with a Schleich I have yet to review, the Midnight T-Rex, or the Black Friday T-Rex, or Shadow T-Rex, whatever you want to call it. It has a lot of names. I would like to call it Tyrannosaurus Rex Dark Noir Black Schwartz. If you know what that's a reference to, let me know in the comments. But yeah, you know, T-Rex, Megalodon, obviously this scaling is not size accurate, but it's more of, hey, how's it going to look on your shelf? Yeah? That's how it's going to look on your shelf. And we're going to transition into showing him with some Eldredor figures with a prehistoric Eldredor, the 2025 Frost Mammoth, so another 2025 release. Alright, pretty cool. I can see him jumping out of the water to attack this mammoth with some degree of success. Alright. Let's remove the mammoth. my friend. Take the mammoth out of the equation and move in with more of a full-blooded Eldredor that's not prehistoric, with the lava scorpion, a much bigger Eldredor. The frost mammoth, by the way, I have reviewed. The lava scorpion I have recorded the review for, but the Megalodon review might very well be up before it. Alright, really cool. I actually think this is an awesome scaling. Let's pop you out of there, my friend. And let's throw in one last Schleich. This one, instead of being an extinct animal, it's an extant animal. Those are animals that are still alive today. Like this Schleich alligator, who I also have yet to review. Neat. Very neat. Yoink. Alright, now let's show him with some stuff that's not Schleich, huh? Like this Playmobil T-Rex. Wow, he's big. Let's put him in his more scientifically accurate posture. There we go. I don't know what set this T-Rex is from. I have tried to figure it out. All the T-Rexes I find are different colors. I do not know. I think there is a Spinosaurus with the same color scheme because I got this guy at Goodwill and I saw the Spinosaurus, but it didn't have like a jaw, so I didn't get it. If you know what this is from, please tell me. I know it's Playmobil, but that's all. I don't know what set. So yeah, there's a non-Schleich Rexy with Megalodon, and now that I'm looking at it, Megalodon does look much more blue on camera than in person. In person, he's very gray. I'm looking on camera right now, he looks very blue in my viewfinder. That's probably why I thought he was blue, because all the photos I've seen, he looks blue. He looks so blue, but in person, he's so gray. Oh my god. That's insane to me. Anyway, let's yoink the Playmobil T-Rex. And we'll throw in a Papo. Here is the Papo Allosaurus repaint. Uh-oh, is somebody wonky? Did somebody get warped in transit? You used to stand so well. I'll just hold your tail. Yeah, anyway, there's the Papo Allosaurus. Obviously, the detail on the Meg can't compare, but still pretty cool looking. Whoop. And how about a Safari Limited figure with the Quetzalcoatlus? Quetzalcoatl? Yeah, pretty cool. Really like this figure. Really nice, actually. And I wanted to show him something that wasn't a dinosaur, so you know, pterosaur. We got that going on. Really cool. I like that a lot. Ba-na-na-na-na. And, of course, you're going to want to see the Jurassic franchise stuff, right? So, here he is with the beautiful Dennis Nedry Track and Chase Pack Velociraptor. And, just for clits and giggles, let's show the legendary, the infamous Buff Nedry. Yeah, so Buff Nedry and the Megalodon. Wild. And the raptor's there too. And last but most squirtingly not least, I like to compare my prehistoric creatures with kaiju. So here is the Bandai Japan Movie Monster Series Gemstone Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Gigan Rex. Pretty cool. I know there's a lot of people out there that fancy Godzilla fighting a Megalodon. Megalodon are a big thing now. There's even some idiots that think they're still alive. Very cool. Very cool. I like it a lot. So all in all, what are my final thoughts on the Schleich 2025 Megalodon figure? This very well might be the best of the prehistoric creatures that they released this year. I actually definitely think so. Better than the Raptor repaint. This is a really cool toy. I would have preferred it in the blue that cameras tricked me into thinking it was. Just to be a little more colorful, a little more different. But I'm down with the gray, I guess. This is actually my only Megalodon figure in my collection right now. And if you're going to have one Megalodon that's a relatively affordable price, because there's like an expensive PNSO and stuff, but this guy, relatively affordable, he's really big and a lot of material, and he's kind of high quality, but he's also a kid's toy. And so keep that in mind. We judge kids' toys by kids' toy standards here. That being said, kids do deserve good toys, and I do think this is a good toy for kids. I think they'll really love it. I think they'll have a lot of fun with it, and I think adult collectors will be proud to display it. So that is it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and check out all the cool links down below. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.